Hi everybody, this video is going to be a couple of topics related to producing sound. So we're going to be talking about a review of just looking at the bow hold, a review of sitting position, what you do to rosin if you can't hear something with your bow, and then long bows, why they're important and how you should do them, and then scales, and I'll be posting some scales today. So I'll try to make this quick, but just a couple of little things to think about as you're playing. Item 1 on our list, we talked about bow hold last week. Let's remember that we have 4 connection points. We have the bent thumb making contact with the tip of the frog. You can see that right there. It's not going through the hole. It's not wedged in there. It's not through here. It's just right to the tip of the frog right there on the other side. My index finger right in the center laying on the stick. These 2 fingers, the pads making contact with the frog. If you're a violin, viola, pinky's on top, and if you are a cello, bass, it's right over the stick. Your hand is going to look like the fingers are diagonal to the stick, tips pointed away. It's going to look rounded, and when you hold it this way, it's going to more or less look like this. You can move it up and down, and you can have flexibility in your fingers. One of the things we tried to do was that motion. When you're sitting in a chair, it's important to make sure that you're sitting up straight and that your entire body and back are supported by the way you sit. So you shouldn't be leaning back and doing this whole thing. You shouldn't really even feel the back of the chair against you if you're sitting the right way. So to recall how we sit in orchestra, we have a back portion of the chair and a front portion of the chair. So when we're about to play, we move to the front portion. This elevates our entire spine. You can see my feet are directly under my knees. I'm sitting up straight. I am back straight, not leaning, and then I would go ahead and pick up my instrument, and this is how I would play. If I was a cello, I'd be doing the same thing. If I was a bass, I'd be doing the same thing. If you have a bow that's brand new, chances are you're going to put it on your string and it's just going to slip right across. And another issue you might have is that you have not enough rosin on, so you're getting kind of a scratchy sound. There's all sorts of reasons why your sound might be less desirable or more desirable, and you have to experiment. But I'm just going to go over rosin. So some people, they scratch the top and they just rub it up and down like that. That doesn't work for everybody. It doesn't work for me. The way that I usually instruct students to rosin is by holding a rosin firmly in one hand, dragging down the edge with the other. A couple of times. This will have to be more times if it's a brand new bow, and if it's a brand new rosin, sometimes you have to make a mark in it. But you can see that I'm making a mark right down here. You can see that dent right there, and that's how you know that there's rosin coming off, and it should improve your sound. I'm going to address just doing some long bows because this is a good way for younger students to just get started producing a sound on the instrument, and for older students just to warm up. So, of course, we have the instrument resting on our shoulder. Ideally, you'll have a shoulder rest under there, which I'll talk about another time in live sessions. Chin goes in the chin rest, and I'm holding my instrument to the body. I'm not doing anything with my left hand. I'm not going to be using my left hand at all for this exercise. I've got the instrument on my shoulder, side of my chin. It's not the bottom of my chin. It's really the side of my jaw in the chin rest, and I've got my bow hold. So when it comes to bowing the strings, what we have to make sure of is that this bow is crossing the string, that it's not diagonal in any way, that it's as straight as possible going all the way down, and then back up again. So you want to more or less keep that straight, and you want to keep it right in one area of the violin. We don't want to be moving. We don't want to be diagonal. We have to just be nice and straight all the way down. 2, 3, 4, and up. 2, 3, and 4, and. So we're just counting very slowly and getting nice clear tone, and you can decrease the amount of seconds or increase the amount of seconds. Here's an example of 6 seconds. Down, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's a long bow exercise, and you can vary that in any way that's comfortable for you.